been a while, but I'm back. I'm back. Who's back? She's back. Who's back? She's back. 2017. New background, new hair, new everything. We're gonna do this. I know this video might be a little bit lengthy, but bear with me. I'm going over my new face routine, new eye products, and some products that I'm gonna force you to buy because I know that you need them in your life. So guys, please keep watching. You're awesome, and let's get into it. So let's jump right in to the tutorial, the first tutorial of 2017. Guys, it's been a minute. So to start off, I already moisturized my face because we know moisturizing is key. So after that, I'm gonna go in with some NYX Photo Loving Primer. I have been trying to use a good drugstore primer just because primers can honestly get so expensive. So I was like, you know what, let me try NYX out, and I do really like it. My skin is very oily, so to get rid of all those ugly big pores on my face, I'm going to be going in with the Porefessional by Benefits. This is a sample I've had for... When I go in with the Porefessional, I go in to the more, I target the areas that are more porish. Because I'm using another primer as well, I don't like to use this all over my face. So once I'm done with that, I'm gonna take my NYX Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer. Now this guy, I took my old one. I was like, why is there nothing inside of it? I just bought a new one. I literally go in with my finger and I go over any little blemishes or red spots or little scabs that are on my face. My skin actually doesn't really look good right now, but I just had a facial less than a week ago, and I think the facial really broke me out. I know some people are not supposed, I know people don't really break out after facials, but I had a deep cleansing one, so I think that just like really brought up all the junk in my skin. Ooh. Sorry. Yes, guys, I'm so excited to show you. Again, if you are an oily little girl like me and your face is just constantly like drenched in gross oils and you never can find a foundation that's going to be so good for your skin, you're not going to break up, your skin's not going to break up throughout the day and whatnot, you're going to want to get your hands on the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. I found this, and since the day I've used it, I have not had a single issue with my foundation spreading apart, getting oily. This stuff is magic. I'm gonna take my damp beauty blender and just take the butt of it and pounce it on my face. So what I love about this foundation is that it's a medium to full coverage foundation because you can build it up. What's great about a foundation like that is that you still let your skin breathe, but you're still getting the coverage that you want, especially if you're someone who wants a full coverage look, and maybe you don't necessarily have the best skin, or you still want your skin to breathe, or whatever reason you may have. I'm gonna take my NARS, you know, the Radiant Creamy Concealer, you know the drill, and this color, by the way, is in Chantilly. Disclaimer, if I happen to stop or sound a little bit awkward at times, it's because my door, like where I'm filming, is right next to my door, and my door is right next to the staircase in my building, so it's really awkward when I could hear people coming up the stairs, and I know for a fact they can hear me filming. Awkward. What I've been doing lately, which I love, is I'm using two concealers. So I'll mix and match, but I like to mix it with the LA Girl Pro Conceal. This is so underrated. Actually, no, it's not. It's not underrated. A lot of people love using it, but if you have not gotten your hands on this concealer yet, and you are someone who doesn't want to spend a lot of money on a concealer, this is amazing. For whatever reason, it just kind of gives it more of a brightening effect. So now I'm gonna go in and blend this all out with my beauty blender. So once you're done getting your concealer all into those nooks and crevices, I'm gonna take my Ben Nye Cameo Luxury Powder. This is kind of a dupe for the Laura Mercier powder, the translucent one. I love the Laura Mercier one, but I got this guy. It's half the price and it's lasted me forever. All Ben Nye powders really last me forever. So I've been using that to set my under eye and to set my whole face. So what I do is I put it on a little palette like this. This palette I've had for like 2 years now and it's my everything. I'm gonna take a wet beauty blender, pick up my powder, and I'm gonna set my under eye with this little method. I also like to set my face like this as well. I know some people like using a brush, but because my skin is so oily, whenever I use, oh, what is this going on right here? Whenever I use a wet beauty blender and a fine loose powder, and I go all over my face, I really rarely ever get any type of creasing in my face, any fine lines, any oilage or whatnot. So if you have oily skin, please try this method out. I mean, I pack the powder in because I do not want my face to shift at all throughout the day. I'm a girl on a mission not to have an oily face. So for my bronzer situation is currently disgusting, but you know, I'm figuring it out. I still have a little bit left in my bronzers, so I'm just gonna work with it. So first I'm gonna use my Hoola bronzer by Benefit. How little, like literally there's nothing left. Next I'm gonna take my MAC bronzing powder in Golden. Palette that I showed you before, I always just take those 2 little blushes and mix them together. And of course, I'm going to take my NARS Orgasm cheekbones. So lately, I haven't really been contouring my nose. I've just been highlighting the top of it. I found that this literally does the same exact thing as me contouring my nose. So just putting highlight on does the job. And honest to God, this is the best combination that I've ever found for highlighter for my nose. I use Vermeer and Primavera by Anastasia Beverly Hills in the Modern Renaissance palette. You can see I've hit pan in both of them. And for this, I just use my finger and I go down the bridge of my nose in just the tip. Let's move on to the brows. My brows today, I'm obviously going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer, and I'm going in with the color Chocolate. I usually use the Brow Wiz, but lately I have been using the Brow Definer very lightly, just brush feather in my eyebrows. As you could see, compared to my first video on YouTube, my brows have significantly grown out. It has taken a lot of time, a lot of patience. I never thought I'd live to see the day where my brows would actually be grown out, but here they are today. And then just brush the product out. Regular schmegular brow gel, and I like to flick them upwards. Once they are done drying, usually I do this after I finish my whole eye look, I go in with the Aiko brow gel. I'm just gonna do my other brow off camera or else we'll be here all. So to start off, I'm gonna go with the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette, and if you have not gotten your hand on one of these, you need to. I'm with the first color, Faith, right here. And I'm just going to be taking that fluffy brush you've basically seen in every single one of my videos. I cannot live without it, and I have no idea where I got it or what the name is. And I'm just going to start blending this into my crease. Now taking the two colors Blow and Nude, with this random as anything, I believe this is a Wet n Wild brush, but I picked this up as like, oh haha, it's 99 cents, like I wonder what it can do brush, and I'm like, whoa, it's so good. How funny. Wet n Wild, 99 cents at your local pharmacy. I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Master Palette by Mario. Oh, I dropped the brush. This beautiful, beautiful, beautiful specimen. If you did not get your hands on this, I'm sorry for you. Go in with the color Lula with a tapered blending Sigma brush. This is E40. And going back into my crease, again going in with circular motions, bringing all the color into the inner corner of my eye, but making sure I focus more of it to the outer corner. You can see how it's already getting smokier. Oh, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Violetta. A little bit of Violetta and a little bit of NYC. And I'm gonna be using this Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics brush. Honestly, I don't know the name. It's just kind of on an angle. This is so awesome if you're trying to really get into the corners of your eyes only. And I'm mixing a little bit of the two together. Nothing too crazy. Because again, I don't want this look to be so dark. So as you can see, I already put too much product. So I'm just gonna go in on the other side. And you can see how good it places it on an angle. Anastasia brush that the palette came with. I'm gonna use this little blending, I don't even know what kind of brush this is, like a packing brush almost. And I'm gonna go in with that first color, Lula, and gently go on my lower lash line. So a trick is, if you have weird shaped eyes, almost like me, I like to take a color and then bring it right up almost at an angle, so you'll see that the shadow does not go all the way to here, but by doing that you can then figure out how to blend in the color so you get that round effect on your eye. So taking my Urban Decay palette again, I'm going to go in with this color right over here. It's called Pre-Game. Go in with a bit of my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I like to go in with my Benefit Roller Lash and then use the Better Than Sex Waterproof for my bottom line. So I'm going to put some lashes on and be right back. Whoa! Holy wow, guys. I'm wearing the style Farrah from the Huda. I'm wearing the style Farrah from the Huda Beauty eyelash collection. Guys, if you have not gotten your hands on a pair of these eyelashes, you need to. Let's keep moving on before I fly away. If it seems like it has gotten a little darker, it's because it has. Mother Nature just has to get dark outside at 5 o'clock at night, so I just looked out my window. I was like, oh my gosh, it must be like 8 o'clock already, and it's only 5 o'clock. Like, anyway, so to highlight, because, you know, this is everyone's favorite part, I'm going to go in with my Becca Champagne Pop. I'm going to take my MAC Prep and Prime with my Morphe 509 tapered brush. It's kind of good for highlighting. I'm not crazy about it. I love Morphe brushes, so I just picked this one up. I'm like, let me see how it works for a highlighter, and I just kind of like stuck to it. So what I'm going to do, and this is a big trick, I hope you guys pick up on this trick and start doing it for yourself. I'm going to wet my brush, and I take my little wet brush and I dip into my pan, and this is now making the product wet, so it goes on better. Literally, just keep putting it on my cheeks because, you know, Cupid's bow. Yes, honey, yes. Today I'm gonna make my look a little nude, but a little glossy as well. So I'm gonna take my absolute favorite liquid lipstick. It's by Stila in the color Caramello. If you have not purchased this lipstick yet, like everything else I've told you that you need to purchase in this video, you need to go purchase it, because let me tell you, your life's not going to be the same after you purchase it. And then I'm going to take my Jordana Cosmetics Rock and Rose lip liner. These are the best lip liners I've ever used, honestly, and I think they're $3. So now if I wanted to, I would just leave the look like this, but I think today I want to make it a little bit glossier, so I'm going to go in with the Kylie Cosmetics Literally Gloss. Yes, it is literally. And I'm just going to go over top of my lipstick. So to finish everything off, I'm going to go with my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray and just spray to the gods. Usually I would put more, but again, I'm not going out. I'm just going to take this off. And voila, there you have it. There you have it. There you have it. Gross. I have a handful of kitties. This never happens. If you're a cat mom, you know you can never hold both your daughters. I want to savor this moment forever. No, come here. I love you. My daughter. I look crazy right now. Wait, I gotta get a selfie. Click, 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 click. Come on. Ah! Alright guys, so that about sums up this light, smoky, glossy look. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned a thing or two. Please keep watching, stay tuned for what's about to come. Some exciting things are lined up for this year, which I don't want to talk about yet, but they're exciting and I know you guys will enjoy them too. So thank you guys so much for your support last year, 2016. Even though I didn't make it very far, we made it somewhere, and that is what's so important, is that even though we weren't leaps and bounds, we still made an effort, and you guys got me to this point to still feel confident in myself and to still want to wake up and make videos for you guys. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you. I hope you guys have a wonderful and beautiful night, as well as a beautiful new year, and stay glam.